Hi folks. First of all, really well done for all the great effort shown over the last few weeks. Not only with the assignments, but it's also been good to see so many of you submitting written work and calculations that are very well presented. If you haven't managed to complete the task from the last 2 weeks, you can still submit this work. Better late than never. This week we're going to be continuing our work on the space topic. You can see from the success criteria that you're going to be researching and describing how humans could survive in space. You're going to describe what happens to the human body while in space. And a task that we're going to start this week and is going to be ongoing is the use of literacy skills to keep a diary of night sky observations. As usual, you'll find a checklist of tasks for this week in the Files tab on Teams. The first task is to go onto the BBC website, read the information and watch the video clips about surviving in space. If you click on this link here, it will take you to this page on the BBC website about how people stay alive while they're in space. So this is going to be an introduction task to the main work this week. So if you read through the information, have a look at some of these short video clips that appear on the page. When you get to the end of this page, you're then going to move on to the second task on the checklist, which is another short video to introduce the work for this week. It's a Tim Peake masterclass. Again, if you click on the link in the checklist, it will take you to this video here. Because this video is on iPlayer, you might see a pop-up message asking if you have a TV license that allows you to watch this video. If this appears, please check with whoever's at home to make sure that it's okay to click yes, I have a TV license and be able to watch the clip. If not, don't worry, there's enough information in the other tasks and videos that will allow you to complete this week's work. After you've watched and read the information from the first two tasks, the main task for this week is going to be creating a guide on how to survive in space. Again, you can do this in any format you like. If you want to do it on paper as a poster or as a leaflet, that's absolutely fine. If you would rather do it digitally using PowerPoint, Publisher, Sway, or any other format that you've been using, you can do that as well. The main things that I would like you to include is what happens to the human body while people are in space. What effects does space have on the body? One thing that you'll have seen from some videos possibly is how astronauts cope with zero gravity. So how does this impact on their day-to-day life while they're in space? If you can also include information on how people in space manage to eat or drink, how they manage to wash and exercise, and a really important one, how do you go to the bathroom while you're in space? You can include other bits of information if you like, but these are the main ones. There's also this programme that you can find by clicking on this link. This is our programme about life in orbit. You can watch as much or as little of this as you like, but it might be very useful in helping you make your guide in terms of giving you some ideas and some key bits of information. So the video will give you ideas and information. You can watch as much of it as you like to help you make your guide. And when you're finished, you're going to upload this final piece of work using the Assignments tab. Now bear in mind you would normally have 3 periods of physics in a week, so this won't be a short task. It will involve some research as well as putting your information down on paper or on your digital format. So take your time, have fun with it, enjoy researching and finding out information about living in space. The next task is, if possible, try downloading the free app called Star Chart. Basically, it's an app that allows you to point your phone towards the sky and it tells you the things that you're able to see. It tells you what you're looking at. You can get it for Android and App Store, and I've just taken a little screenshot to show you what to look out for. The logo is a blue Saturn type symbol. And then again, if possible this week, because like I said, the main task is making your space survival guide, is if you could start a wee diary that will log the things that you're able to see each night, obviously weather permitting, of course. So if it's raining or if it's really cloudy, then there won't be much to see. But if it's a clear night, you can log some of the things that you're able to see. You can use the app if possible, or you can use other information online. Some websites like NASA will give you an indication of things that you might be likely to see each night. This is going to be an ongoing task, so please don't worry if you don't get to it this week. Like we said, the main task for this week is your guide on how to survive in space. So if you don't get on to downloading the app, and if you don't get on to the night sky diary, please don't worry about it, as this will be something that we'll come back to. Another thing that you could try and gather if possible, as it will allow us to try out another more practical task next week, is if you can find an empty cereal box, some tin foil and blank white paper. If you could gather that up over the next few days, we can use this to create something next week. Again, please don't worry if this isn't possible. Your final task of the week is going to be a Kahoot quiz with different questions on space, where you can go onto the Kahoot app and you can type in the PIN number and get access to the questions there. As usual, let me know on Teams if there's anything I can help with. Look out for the time and date of the drop-in session this week. You can join to ask questions or just listen to the chat and complete your work while the drop-in session is ongoing, so that you can ask questions while you do it. If not, don't worry about joining the drop-in session. Just message anytime on Teams and I can get back to you. And I'll speak to you all soon.